Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there. This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Von Miller coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
They run with LT, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he checks this one down to LT out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Flushed out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And this is caught, pulled in by Clark. 6 yards there on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for the first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The play clock's running down. First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Here's Tomlinson. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Running right, this is Tomlinson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Play action. Stafford. Flush to his right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Red zone opportunity. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Adrian Peterson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And he knocks it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now it's Jackson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. To throw is Mariota. Jordan Reed has it. Give him 5 on the play there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. And he motions the wide receiver. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Right side, that's complete to Clark. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, it's Tomlinson. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. A gain of 3, second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. To throw on second down is Stafford. Buying time to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And the wideout in motion. Maybe a free play here for Mariota. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. From the gun, Mariota. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Joey Bosa able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Third and long here for Mariota.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Donnie Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Stafford on 1st down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here, Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to spin free. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A good pickup there at 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Point after here coming up. And the lead is now 13. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is now 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On the crossing route, that's complete to Clark. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
Mariota on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Mariota. Room here to run. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On first down, Cunningham over the middle, complete. It's Carter, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the point. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking to throw, Cunningham. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Shift together here from the D-line. First and 10. Cunningham throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a handoff looking right. Spinning past him. Finding room to the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Vick, 34 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On first down at Stafford. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Barr. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. On second down, it's Tomlinson. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now here's a carry heading left. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Off play action. Cunningham finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On the counter, it's Tomlinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So they will go for it. Stafford. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Off the play fake. Cunningham. And it's complete. Over the middle to Clark. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Cunningham. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It wasn't third and long. It was more like third and attainable. And oftentimes, offense just want to run enough to pick up a first down. But I think they wanted a break tendency there. Catch the defense playing for the short pass and push it downfield, and they almost collected a big play.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. A final shot before break. Cunningham. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have done. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Third and long, it's Stafford. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second down, goal to go from the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Michael Vick, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now Tomlinson on the handoff. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Handoff left, Tomlinson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They're running. Tomlinson. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Cunningham. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And an alley to run. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back now in Baltimore. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one. Deep rights. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Lawrence Taylor in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Stafford. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Stafford. It's caught by Jackson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And this is caught at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. 1st and goal from the 8. Throwing again is Stafford. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
Off play action. Cunningham. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Telvin Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Ohio. 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 Ohio.
Back to throw. Cunningham. He's going to launch he's got a man. Complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. They got 29 yards there. And it's good enough for a Baltimore first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go.
Throwing on first down. Cunningham escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. And that goes for a gain of 31. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. 38. Here we go. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Off the play fake. Cunningham. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. And now here's a carry heading left. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. To the football, it's blocked. Now it's scooped, and now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars have moved out in front. And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, look at this. No time left. They've just won the game, and now they'll go for 2. Now Stafford. This will be caught at about the 5. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A road National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody. And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. He'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Brady to throw on second down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Von Miller in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
Well, that's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. They'll get 19 yards there. And that'll give them a 1st down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say they punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the 1st on 2nd down. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Von Miller in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Tomlinson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Stafford. Ray Lewis in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. 4th down. Stafford under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ray Lewis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To throw is Stafford. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Stafford now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
They're going to try and throw. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Here's Brady. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 3rd down, it's Sanders, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And we were scoreless up until this point.
Action takes us. Get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. The Jaguars getting set to go. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On the handoff, Tomlinson. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave them with a second and just 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Now it's Tomlinson. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. From the 50, it's Stafford. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And this is Tomlinson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left. Out of the gun, Stafford. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they get him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Give him 30 yards there. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This will be caught at about the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To throw on second down. Brady. And it's caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Stafford bringing it in. Jackson left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Ray Lewis able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. In motion right here comes Johnson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jackson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They snap it to Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And the D looking like they may blitz. From midfield, here's Brady trying to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football, But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Brady will try again on second down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Brady now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite third and long on the horizon.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he checks this one down to LT out of the backfield. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there, 53 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Well, we've seen some lead changes, and it certainly appeared that one of these squads was in full control of the game, but that's not the case after that touchdown.
Yeah, they erase it too. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm. And really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. The left side completion to Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from the 20. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And now running right through it. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Now Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Back to throw. Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45, and it'll be territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They run the counter now on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This is caught by Jackson. It's a pickup of 3 that time, and it'll give the Jags a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And it's caught. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run with Peterson. Stops short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer out him again. And
a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Back to throw. It's a foot race.